Hi there, it's Jen Tinline, and it is Friday, April 14th, and I'm here live with you. I'm going to make a project with you, and so I just want to get started with saying hello. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been one for 20 years. I can't even believe it's been 20 years. This will be 20 years in May, I should say, so next month. I've done classes all sorts of ways. I have a stamping newsletter. Actually, I'll just put this up right here so you can see this. So if you wanted to subscribe to that, you just go to my website, stampwithjen.com, and you get on my newsletter and see all about that. And what I do is I go live every Friday. I have a weekly newsletter, so make sure you sign up for that and check out the lives. I've had a few classes online in the past, and I'm working on a few more. So welcome, welcome. I see Nicole there. Hello, Nicole. I love that she always does a sound check for me. Hello, thanks, Nicole. Hello, Joan from Washington, and Jose. Happy sunny Friday. Yes, it is a sunny Friday here. You can probably see my window. Which is nice and sunny today. Beautiful weather. We're having my son here this weekend, and I'm very excited about that. I just realized here that it's displaying my team logo, not my Junkies logo. Here, I'll show you. Junkies. That's my team, Jen's Junkies, and this is my logo. So, anyways, without further ado, let us first do a draw. So every week I do a draw. Now I missed last week because it was Easter. Let me just take this out of here. And what I do is I do a draw for the card that I made the week before. So this is the card I made the week before Easter. And I purposely, although it's kind of Eastery, didn't make it Eastery. I added a paper hug from me, which is a perfect, beautiful card to give someone in April. So all you had to do to get in on this draw was to like, comment, or share my live from when I made this. And then you get on the draw the following week. So the same thing works for today. So first of all, I'm just going to share my screen here. And so if you like, comment, and share this particular video, then you will get in on the contest. So let me just do that, and then I'm going to get started making a project. So this is everyone who comment, liked, or shared. Oops, it's really huge now. Oh, and it stopped. And as long as you're not a demonstrator and you're Canadian, which I think Marg fits the bill, then you get in on the draw. So congratulations, Marg. And she said hi. Hi, Marg. So let me just pop back here, and I'm going to pop my hands over to the craft table while I'm checking your comments. Please feel free to comment. Anna, hello. Beth, Beth says you're looking especially pretty today. Well, thank you. Hi, Joanne. I'm doing a new hairstyle, so you have to tell me what you think. Okay, so here we go. I am going to first work with, and I meant to grab it, retiring list. Something from the retiring list. So this is the current annual catalog, which ends the end of this month. And there's all sorts of things retiring. I've marked tons of my favorites, which I do have a post on my website about. And what I'm going to work with today is two things. One is these dies right here. They're called, this is on page 174, and they're called Rugged Icons. Now, they don't have a stamp set that goes with them, so it's one of those ones you might have missed. But it's all these great sort of masculine things. So there's this fun beard die, a drill, a guitar, like there's so many things you can do with that, a fishing rod, and this one, a little scene, which we're going to work with today. So it doesn't necessarily have to be masculine, but I am going to make it masculine. Sorry, I touched the camera there. And the other thing I'm going to work with is on page 139, and it's this layering designs vellum. I've actually got it here. It's also on the retiring list. Both of these things are still available. Now, a lot of things have sold out on the retiring list, which you may or may not have noticed. It's sort of first come, first serve this year. You know, COVID has affected everything, including supplies. So this is what the paper looks like. It's vellum, so it's see-through. This one's got all sorts of writing on it, and there's a black and white version, or a black on white, and then there's a white on white version of the same thing. There it is there. Kind of probably hard to see, but it's all this nice little cool writing. So that's totally versatile. There's a newsprint one, which is also pretty versatile. And this MAC one, which we're going to use, and it's in black, and it's also in white. So you can put the black on a white piece of paper, or you can put the white one on a dark piece of paper. And is there one more pattern that I'm missing? I think that's it. And it's, oh, I closed up my book. So I'll tell you here. feel like it's a lot of sheets. 12 sheets for each of 3 designs. So yeah, those are the 3 designs, but then it's in black and white of each of the designs. So that's kind of fun. Okay, hello Bella, hello Rita. Nicole says she loves the new hairstyle. Thanks guys, you do a girl good, or ego. Okay, so I'm going to start here with this piece of black, and I'm going to use one of my favorite pieces of adhesive, which is an adhesive sheet. And I'm going to just use my scissors here to cut a piece that is going to be big enough for my circle. Here, you can see I've already cut one out, so I'm going to put this on the back side. You can see I've already put some there for my sample. So it just, this peels off this paper. Got a little garbage here, and this side here is sticky. So I'm going to lay this down. Okay, and I just realized this sheet is probably too big for my little machine, which I'm going to bring out. I think I had a small sheet ready to go, so let me just slice this down. The little machine platform can go up to 3.5. So I thought I'd actually cut it here with you guys. So here's my little baby Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine. And these are the plates that come with it. 2 2s and a 1. Oh, and there's another plate too for embossing, but we don't need that because we're just cutting. So we've got to put the main plate down, then the plate 2 down, then this, and then this fun die. So this, like I said, is called the Rugged Icon dies. They're still available, but they are retiring, which means they're not going to be available in the next catalog. Speaking of the next catalog, I'm squirreling here, but here it is. Oh, it starts in May. It is so pretty. I can't show you anything but the front and the back. And as luck would have it, my pre-order just arrived, like literally just arrived. And my husband brought it in, set it outside my door. And so I am dying to open it and look at it. So no sneak peeks for you guys today. Some people rush their order. I'm just going to fix my sandwich here. It has to be like a little E in order for that to work. So when I say that, I mean like this. So it kind of looks like a capital E. You just need them offset a bit. And I think I moved the die up too much. So move that back down again. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, no sneak peeks today. If you have seen sneak peeks from other demonstrators, it's because they paid extra money to have it arrive early. And I did not this time, just because I knew I wouldn't have time to play anyways. Before, I just made everything fall apart on my desk here. Before this weekend. Actually, not even this weekend, because my son is coming this weekend from Toronto with his girlfriend. So I will have to wait on that box until Sunday night. It's going to kill me. Okay, so there we go. I've got a little piece of Granny Apple Green here. And I am going to pop this out. Now remember the adhesive sheets on the back. And I probably should have run that through a second time. You know what, I'm going to do that just to make sure it's cut really well. So I can still do that even though I pulled it out, because let's just get all the right plates here, because it's still in the die, right? So here we go. I'm going to run it through again. And this is what you can do with really intricate dies to make sure they're cut well, is to just run them back and forth a couple of times. In fact, when I cut all the pieces for this, because you'll see there's a few layers that I had to do, I cut 2 at a time, and I just rolled them back and forth, and in no time I had everything cut. Okay, so I have done some pre-cutting here with some of the other pieces, just because there's a bunch. I'm just going to get my Take-A-Pick tool here, and I'm going to pop this out. So what I'm looking for here is the frame, just the frame of this. So you could save all those pieces. I'm going to just shove them over to the side so I can save them and use them for another project. So, and there's these little poke holes with any intricate dies. You see them there, so that you can poke them out. And they would come out a little bit easier with paper, but because I've got that adhesive sheet in there, it's a little stickier. And because you're watching, of course. So let's see here. So what's everyone doing this weekend? It looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend around here in Kingston. Hold on, I'm going to grab something. This is actually a tool for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's just a sponge, and I'm just using it to poke. I don't know if you can see all the little holes out. here. It's hard to see black on black, but I'll just be done in a second. They're pretty much falling out anyways. I want to get them out of there. There's a couple left. Hopefully they'll come out when I pull the adhesive sheet off the back. Okay, so now that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the adhesive sheet off the back. You may need to get it started somewhere. I'm going to get it started on this little tree here. It's funny because every sample that I've made, it automatically started pulling. So this is the first time I've had it completely sealed. Okay. So let me know what you're doing this weekend, and then I'll check your comments in a second. You're going to be able to see this a lot better in about a second. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm going to do one more thing before I stick that down. I figured this one out after I'd done a couple of these. So I'm going to stick this down. You're going to go, what are you doing? And that is because I'm pre-doing the mountains. I just turned my light off. So see here, I'm going to now lay this. So just to make sure you can see this. So I've got a piece of grinding apple green. I put a piece of smoky slate. It was just a semicircle that I cut roughly this size. Nothing fancy, just making sure it wasn't going to go outside of the lines. Like that. Okay, because then my mountains are effectively done. So isn't that a fun little die shape? And now it's all sealed and stuck on there. Love it. Nancy says Nan says she's excited about today's tutorial. Oh, good. Yeah, this is a really fun die set. Like I said, I feel like it's something that gets missed in the catalog because it's not associated with any stamp set. So it just keeps wanting to slide away. So I'm going to move it here. Okay, so I went ahead and I pre-cut all of these wee pieces here. Like I said, I did 2 at a time, so it actually went pretty fast. And I'm going to take here my fine tip glue pen. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue here and here. Okay, so I'll start with the sun. And I'm going to just lay that in there. I can use my take a pick tool. What would I do without this tool? I'm telling you. Just to lay that in there. And here's the sky. So that's Daffodil Delight. I'll hold this up in a second too. This is Balmy Blue. I wanted to use new colors for today, but like I said, my order only just arrived, just so my pre-order. So next week, you guys will get to sneak peek. Well, no, sneak peek, a peek of what's coming in the new catalog. So here we go so far. Isn't that cute? Love it. And then this is the little stream, and I'm picturing it with some beautiful clear blue water. This is Tahitian Tide. This is a current in color that is still going to be around. I'm using all colors that are going to be around still. Okay, so there we go, all done. Now I've got 2 things I want to show you at the end of other ideas here. Oh, by the way, I'm doing this off camera, I don't know why. To put this back, there's this, let me just make sure I'm on camera here. There's this wingy thing here. All you have to do is hold it and then thread the needle. Sometimes it's easier to just shove it. And of course, because you're watching and I'm holding it up high, so I can't see it. I should have actually put my glasses on. There we go. That's how you do it. Put it back together. So let me hold this up now so you can see it. It is so cute. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let me show you what else I'm going to do here. Oh, when I put my machine away too soon. So I've got that piece of that vellum that I was talking about, the map, and I'm going to stick it here on this piece of paper. It actually is not the size I wanted it to be, but that's fine. We're going to work with what I cut. And I'm going to put a little bit of tape here and a little bit of tape here. Now, the vellum will show the tape. Oh, I should make sure this is going the right way. Here we go. I don't know what it's of. I don't even know if it's anything real, but there are words on there. So I want to make sure that they're upside right side up. Okay, so you'll see the tape. So you can see the tape there and you can see the tape there, but we're going to cover it up. So I'll bring back the little machine here, and I will check your comments in just a second. And then I'm going to put this die down and move this up here so you can see it. And I want it to be about there. And I've got my handy dandy tape. Now this is a tape that I use all the time to just hold things in place. It's on my website under Jen Recommends, under products, and then Jen Recommends. Something that I got from Amazon. So there's a few other little products there that I like that are not Stampin' Up! Because they don't sell them. So again, I'm going to put this together. I want to do my little E, a little bit of offset. I'm going to run this through. There we go. And because there are a couple of layers there now, I've got the vellum and the cardstock, I'm going to do that thing where I go back and forth. Make sure it's cut. Okay. And we'll pull it out. Put all that aside. Okay. Now that tape, what's nice about it is it does not stick to the paper. It's removable. So I'm just going to pull that out, and then all these little bits should fall out, hopefully easily. Because all I want, actually I don't even need this. I could use that frame if I want, but because I already cut it, I don't need it. So I totally forgot that I don't need it. So yeah, but I'll keep it. I wanted the whole. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this in half. This is again the Tahitian Tide. It's one of the current in colors for my card base. And let's see here. Bonnie says, would you advise getting the magnetic plate for the embossing machines? Currently it's not available, but it's a great question. It's not available. So yeah, when they get it, I would think that would be a great purchase. So, but so far they haven't had, but Stampin' Up's really particular about quality. And so I'm just going to stamp something while we're talking here. And they had a magnetic plate and it wasn't passing quality standards, so they got rid of it. I've got a happy birthday and a happy Father's Day, both from this stamp set. Where did it go? Oh, it's called Celebrating You. Did I put it away? I might have actually put it away when I was cleaning up. Let me just check. Nope, it means it's somewhere on the table. Where are you? Here we go. It was one of the things that fell. It's also a retiring stamp set, Celebrating You. You're every bit of wonderful. Happy Father's Day. Happy birthday, which I'm going to use here. It's got a happy Easter. Welcome, little one. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Congrats. The best is yet to come. There's a happy anniversary just for you. I mean, there's loads of stuff in this. Celebrating You. It's available still. It's on the retiring list. So I'm going to stamp Happy Father's Day on here. And if you win this card and you don't have a father to give it to, that doesn't look straight. I'm going to do this again. Then you can just cover this up with a different saying because it's just one little piece of paper. There we go. Happy Father's Day. It feels like it wasn't clean. Hold on a second. Because there's a little fuzziness on it. You probably can't see that, but it's going to bother me to give someone that card. So I'm just using my scrub here. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and clean. And try this one more time. So yeah, back to the magnetic plate question. It's something that's going to come at some point. We hope this year. But in the meantime, that's better. In the meantime, that tape works wonderfully. Okay, so here is a piece of this cardstock that I meant to. You can see here that there's, well, maybe it's okay. Yeah, I've got a bit of a border on this one and no border on this one. So you know what, let's use the one with the border, I think. Yeah, let's use the one with the border. It'll be different than my original sample. So, okay, so we're going to do this, and then this is going to fit right in here. And so you can see the grass was already done. I didn't have to do that, but the sample I'm going to show you after it was not done like that. So we're going to put a bit of tape here. Did that answer your question, Bonnie? I hope so. And I'll check what other questions you have in a second. And then I just need to get this position here. A liquid glue would be good in this too, just because you can reposition things. But I'm very messy. I'm actually a bit of a klutz, funny enough, if you've seen me stamp before. You know, I'm a bit of a klutz, even though I've been doing this 20 years. So I tend to not use liquid glue if I can possibly help it. But I know some people are very good at liquid glue. So that looks good. Now you can see probably that this is flopping. So don't worry, we're going to fix that. We've got something here that we're going to hide. But in the meantime, let's attach this to the front of the card. Doesn't matter that that's crooked. They're not going to see it. I'm going to put lots of tape on here because the Stampin' Up! Seal that I'm using. And I'm going to stick this on here. Oh, I think I like that border on there. And just make it all straight. Oh, it might actually be too big. I can see it overhanging the card a little bit. We may have to do a little trim job after. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Happy Father's Day, the one that's nicer, and I'm going to just put tape, and I'm going to put it right over top of that. Oh, I see now, too. This might have been a smaller piece. That's no good. Well, you know, I'm going to have to just get out my paper trimmer and fix that up. Okay, so obviously I cut one of them a different size, so I just need to measure it. And we're going to make this right because I want you guys to have a nice card, whoever wins this. So it's 3.5. Okay, so here's 3.5. This is an extra bonus cutting lesson. 3.5, and it was 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so there we go. I got one shot at getting this right. Here we go. Happy Father's Day again. Third time's the charm, right? Is that what they say? And I'm leaning over. You might see my head. Okay, that's good. Woohoo! So now with black I find it does smear if you touch it right away. So I'm going to give it a second. And what we will do is we'll do the fixing of the vellum right now. So we're just going to pretend this is the one that was a bit messy. I'm going to pretend that's there. And I'm going to grab my matte black dots, and I am going to take, I just want to get this one off of here. It's stuck. No, it's not coming off. I'm going to put these on. So when you're doing anything like this, I apologize, there's my dog barking. You want to do odd numbers. So I'm going to do one that's going to be on here, and then I'm going to do another one here. Now I kind of want to think about how can I get a dot up here to be hidden by the vellum. So I'm going to do one up here, and then another one here, and we'll do another big one over here to try and get it hidden. And then hopefully this is dry now. I can stick this on, and let's see here. Didn't smear, yay! So that's going to get that covered right up. That's the better size, and I'm going to add one more dot here. Okay, so we've got 5, so that's good. I could go 7 if I want to, but I think 5 is plenty. So what I'm going to do to make that vellum stick on there is I'm going to take my glue dots, and I'm going to carefully peel this back. Get my glue dots out. I'm going to grab the spatula end here of this little tool. Just going to flip that over and stick that in. And I'm going to grab a glue dot, and very carefully, I'm going to, hopefully you guys can see this as I'm doing it here. I'm going to stick a glue dot right behind that piece. And then, okay, don't go down yet there. Don't fall down. I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to put it behind that big one. And then I'm going to grab another one. I love this little spatula end for this kind of stuff. There. Okay. Now I'm very carefully going to put that down and then just give those a push. So now that vellum is on there securely. Isn't that a cool trick? Anyways, that's my card. I am not putting any, oh, now this looks naked on this side, doesn't it? Okay, so we got to add 2 more dots. I'm not putting any bling on this because I guess I keep trying to pick that up. Up you go, you. This is actually another thing you can do with this spatula end. If you stuck down something that you didn't want there, you can use it and just jig all the way around this piece and then pull. And if it rips in the middle, it doesn't matter about the middle. The sides are okay. So look at that. It's not bugging me anymore. I'm not putting any bling on this because, like I said, it's a masculine type of card, so I want to keep the bling minimal. I think just good, clean lines are nice. So there we go. Okay, so let me show you. Clever idea with glue dots to hold down the volume. Thank you. How clever. What a smart way. You guys are all thinking I'm so smart. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me show you my original here, and then I'll show you one more. So here is one. I did the happy birthday instead, and what I like about that happy birthday is that you can actually color in the letters. So I colored in the letters with the green. And you can see this one here, I did two different things. One is the piece is extended, right? Whereas this piece I had cut the vellum shorter. I'm not sure which one I like better, to be quite honest. This one too, I did not start with the green. I started with white, which you might be able to see around the edges. And I actually used a stitch shape around here too. It's very subtle, but it's there. So I did have to piece in the green. So I had to piece in even this little teeny tiny piece, which is a bit of a pain. So that's why I switched to the green. And the other thing you might notice here, I'll hold these two up, is that I added some green over top of the trees. So I left the stem black so that they were green. So, so these mountains are a bit white on the side, whereas these ones are all gray. And yeah, so also the same with this card here. Oops. There's a pretty piece I was coloring from retired paper. So same idea here. This one was done on a piece of white, and there's the green trees, and a different color for the background, a different color here, and just more of a neutral background, very simple, which is also really nice. So there you go. Tell me what you think. Both cards are great. Thanks, Beth. You are smart. You are so sweet. Okay, so let me just see here what you guys are saying. What did you use on the vellum? Estelle said. What did you use on the vellum? So I used underneath this piece here. Actually, I have this original one here to show you. Let me just pop this back this way. So I put a bit of tape here, and then we cut it out. It was just to hold it in place while I cut it, and then a piece here, which ended up getting covered up by the saying. And then underneath each of those, I used the glue dots. So here you go, mini glue dots. Clever way to hide embellishments, Nancy says. Villa says she likes the border. Yeah, on this one, you mean, Villa? I think so too. I don't know. They're both nice, and of course, one's happy birthday. So, not the replay. It's the live. Oh yes, you caught the live version. Okay, so I'm just checking. Nicole says she loves vellum and she loves colors. Yeah, I find with a guy card, not to generalize, but generally, if you use like a dark color paired with some brights, it's quite nice color combination. Okay, black border. June is voting for the black border. Did you emboss the vellum? No. Robin, when you go back and watch the replay, you'll see the vellum I use. It's a vellum that is in the main catalog. I have sort of have it here. I'm just going to quickly slide it in here. Ta-da! It's all vellum that's got patterns on it already. It's one of the retiring things. Pretty much everything on this card is retiring except for, I believe, the dots. Though I'm not 100% sure on that. So that wasn't me that asked. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Love the gray, Joanne says. Okay, great. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. I'd love to hear about your plans. Like I said, I have to leave my crafting box that I just got aside because, well, my son is coming, so that's way more important. But I'm dying to get into it. Anyways, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Take care. Thanks for joining me today. See you next week.